एक्सप्रेशन भी डाल.
लड़की आँख मारे ओ लड़की आँख मारे ओ लड़का ओ लड़की ओ लड़का.
I don't feel any different in terms of my relationship with Pratik because we have been together for 4 years. One big change is that I got a new family. Like I feel like I'm a part of his family, and his family is so sweet and so accepting of me.
We first met at the university where I did my master's at. She was my roommate's close friend. So I never really thought that it would work out between us.
How it started was we were all at a party together, and this is a university bar. So we were there, and then my friend and his roommate, he got Pratik to the bar. And by this time I had shaved my head too, and then Pratik, I don't know, maybe he found that interesting or whatever. He had a date 2 or 3 days after, and then he told me that he liked me and he would like to get to know me better. I never believed in marriage before I met him, and I never believed in this whole commitment for the life and all those things.
It was a great journey from the start when she was a pretty different person than what she is right now.
But after that night at the bar, somehow next day I was like, I want Pratik to know the real me.
I defined Nikki life into 2 phases. So I call it BC and AC. BC is before change and AC is after change. So I believe that the reason for this change is, or at least some part of the reason for this change is Pratik. Nikki was always yelling at people. She used to stay in her room every time, like she used to lock her door. I was not allowed to even enter her room. After she left to the US and after she met all of these friends and Pratik and getting to bond with him was a big part of the change, and she's a better person now, definitely, and I think he's a very big part of it.
And he gelled very well with my friends, so it was all very smooth in the beginning until I decided to change my career. So I quit computer science, I quit US, and I came back to India.
We have been through a lot of long distance relationships, so it was very hard.
There was a point when this long distance thing wasn't working and that we would break, and I convinced my mom and dad and my mama to send me back to US. So I went back to US to meet him. That's when I guess Pratik realized that this is real, and then he was all in from then.
I, on a personal level, would have never done something like that for somebody. So it's just that somebody does that for you and you're kind of overwhelmed into how much I mean for that person. So that's when I realized that it was something that I need to pursue.
You know, he was just one person who always thought about himself, and in marriage that doesn't happen, obviously.
I see Nikki, she's the most caring person and the most sorted person.
So that's what happened to them after they met each other, maybe.
Absolutely.
She's pretty emotional.
Like a snap of finger, just because she felt like it, she shaved her head off. She lost all her hair. That was a crazy moment in her life. I think that kind of intuitiveness and kind of impulsiveness is something rare. But it has changed a lot. She has become this thinker and she has become this logical person in the long run, which has been really impressive because I've seen their journey through. I've seen Nikki when she was crazy, I've seen Dikshit when he was crazy, and the kind of journey they have taken and the kind of maturity they've got along with that, that's kind of amazing.
And Pratik and I planned a Europe trip together. This was the first time we'd be spending 10 days solo with each other. How would it be? But that trip brought us really close to each other, and 10 days when we could stand each other, we could maybe do this for the rest of our lives.
For, you know, on and off, still you made it through all that. It's amazing, and it's really nice to see you both together and, you know, in the same place, happy, sorted. KM had a very upscale complimentary Jaljeera, and he's lost his voice, poor guy. And he's saying that you know, he sees a lot of respect in the relationship, which is also very important.
It's so nice how the two cultures have blended, especially in the ceremony.
Yeah.
Like, both the parties are really happy because you guys made sure all the rituals were covered.
India, US was the biggest obstacle. And then somehow my career led me to go to Canada, which got me closer to Pratik again. So every month I would travel 9 hours one way to meet him over a weekend. So I would maybe get like 1 day or 2 days, and I had to travel 9 hours and go through immigration twice every single month. But it was all worth it.
She did a few things for me, like which made me realize the sacrifices which she did. I realized that I definitely need to be with that person, because nobody in their sane minds would ever do something that much for me. So like just seeing what she went through and how much she cares about me just made me realize that, yeah, she is the one. So
I'm so glad that Mom and Pratik get along so well. Like they like each other, and like when I first introduced, like when my mom first met Pratik in real life, after the whole meeting was done, I asked her like, what do you think? And he said, I give him 100 out of 100, and I was like, wow.
I know her for 4 years now. We dated for 4 years. Maybe even before I knew that I really wanted to be with her, but I didn't have the courage to ask her out. I think she is definitely someone I would want to be with the whole life. I don't know, like I don't know how it's written, but whatever it is, it's meant to be. So we are there together.
I love you, babe. I'm so happy that I found you and that you like me. And we have this wonderful chance at being a family, being together, wonderful chance at love. And every moment that I've spent with you has been so wonderful, so beautiful. Like I always say, you're the manja to my kite.
See what you're going to fight for.
So yeah, I would say good luck dealing with me, and hope to be there for all your struggles or your happy moments, sad moments. I would try my best to be a part of all of those, and just looking forward to being with you for a really long time, maybe the rest of my life. So.
We love you, Nikki and Dikshit. Congratulations. Have a great life.
Be happy, guys. We love you all.
We love you.
Mwah.